everybody to this panel discussion, which is looking at London's creativity and the future of its creativity. It marks the launch of this extraordinary book, which, if you've seen it, you'll understand why I'm not going to lift it to show it to you. Hold on, it's a group effort. It's a huge tome. Really, I think the first time in London's history that anyone has tried to capture the incredible range of creative people who make the city so special.
I'm here because this book is properly extraordinary. What Hossein, I mean, nuts, literally nuts, to go out and try and do this and to pull it off and to produce what is. I mean, nothing is ever definitive, but no, I'm not sure anyone will get closer to capturing a snapshot of a particular city at a particular time from so many different angles.
How are we going to get through this in the next few years? If London has traded so heavily on its creativity post-war, certainly since the 60s, certainly since the 80s, you know, how is it going to brand itself in this period? How is it going to appear to others?
And of course, there's a question of what does it mean when everything does very well, and when actually the ones that kind of were thriving on not doing so well are suddenly also doing well, because they've become part of a certain economy, and they've maybe also understood how to utilize that economy.
And in fact, I write in my opening essay that whilst I see London as at the apogee of its powers, from here on in I see only decline. And that is to do not only because we're pricing ourselves out of the flow, the network, that young, fresh blood that the gentleman was talking about, but that there is this, whatever you call it, gentrification, or Manhattanization, or Monegasque representation of the lights being out. The lights are going out culturally and creatively. No, they're not, evidently not so in the great ramble that you see around the theater, the cinema, and you can sense when you come to the lower grade of the so-called less successful financially creatives that appear in the book, they are, you know, they're gypsies at the moment.
If you look at the power of regeneration of institutions such as the Tate, that took place in 2000. Nick Sorata was at the helm of that. People thought he was nuts to set up space where he did. And 15 years later, we see what we have today.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the ICA. It's wonderful to see so many of you here this evening. My name is Gregor Muir. I'm the director of the ICA. I'm not going to say much, but I am going to introduce Anne-Marie Verdun from Mulberry.
London is full of many temptations, so it's good that you chose to be here. We all want to be here to salute and celebrate the outstanding talent of Hossein and Maryam and the beautiful book that they've created tonight.
I behold London, a human, awful wonder of God. It's not me talking. These words were written by William Blake. As an ordinary Londoner this past half-century, I cannot claim to have penned such sobriquets or paeans of praise to the city. In its stead, I've created a book whose captivating nature, blood vessel human narratives, and glorious photography weave in and out of the past to the present.
What a journey of sensory delight this year has been into the heart and mind of this creative genius we call home. Our London, hours spent in the company of intricate minds in a cauldron of multiculturalism, going to places of inspiration, listening to intimate stories entwined with the city's political, social, and cultural history. London, ladies and gentlemen, is big. London thinks big. London acts big in a world of shifting paradigms.
You fill my heart with the keys, you give me freedom. You knew I could not resist, 'cause I needed someone.
Thank you for coming. Enjoy.
Thank you. Absolute pleasure.
Henry Hudson. Hi. Henry is singularly important in completing the book.
Ideas I've had running in mixed races become black and white. Walls breathe at the end of the first matrix and I unwrap my mind.